Hi, my name is Michelle and I'm a certified holistic nutritionist, and I really help a lot of women who struggle with dieting and emotional eating, and I help them gain confidence in their body and around food. So that's really what I do with a lot of clients. And so today I want to talk a little bit more about restriction and dieting and control and why it doesn't work for long-term change and how we can start shifting that. So restriction, dieting, and control, they don't sound very good to me. But I know a lot of us start off that way. We feel something is off. We need to look a certain way, and so we start dieting. We think we have to restrict calories. We have to restrict the way we eat. We have to only eat certain types of foods. And so we're very controlling. And this is so prevalent in our society, and we think we have to fit into this box. We have to try the next diet. The thing is that diets don't work. They have something like a 95% failure rate, and so something is off. Just changing the way you eat and restricting and even over exercising, it doesn't work. And so the part of the reason that dieting and restriction doesn't work and you fail every time and you think something's wrong with you when there isn't anything wrong with you is because when you have this mode, I'm just gonna look at my notes quickly here, but when you have this mode of restriction and control and you have this regimented way of thinking, your brain is on high alert all the time, trying to make sure you don't go out of control. So your brain goes into high alert, which is a stress response. So it's in a very stressful state. And so you're thinking everything is so focused on making sure you're in this box that you actually create a lot more stress in your body. And stress doesn't help us with our health goals. It goes against our health goals and losing weight or shedding off excess and weight or getting our bodies to where it needs to be, because it's so rigid and it's so conforming. And so this is why we can't get to those goals, because we're also creating stress because we're pushing against what beliefs and programming we might have under the surface. And this is what diets and restriction and control don't talk about, that we're directly opposing something internally. And so just to give you a little bit of background, our subconscious mind, which is our brain, our automatic brain, runs about 90 to 95% of the show in our body. So breathing, heart beating, patterns, it just helps us be more efficient in this world. And our conscious mind is 5%. That means that even though we're restricting and controlling and really stressing ourselves out to fit into this box, a huge part of us is actually in control. And if we don't get in there and start looking at the beliefs and changing those things, we're not going to get very far. And that's why willpower only goes so far, because this 95% has a lot of power. So this just sets us up to fail, and we're not looking at the real deep issue that's going on under the surface. What beliefs we have, what is sabotaging us, why do we need to have so much control over ourselves? Why don't we trust our bodies? Why are we counting calories? Why are we not letting go? And so when we let go of restrictions and calorie counting and feeling there's something wrong with us, we actually open up to a really nourishing way of being. We can actually start to deeply nourish our bodies. We can actually start to tune into our bodies. We can start trusting our bodies. And these might sound really out there and woo-woo, but the thing is, our body knows. It's so intelligent. And so just a quick story on this. I remember when I was restricting for so many years and dieting, and then if there was a cookie, I couldn't have just one cookie. I would have like a dozen. I would have all the cookies, to be honest. I could eat a lot. And this would always happen. And I remember seeing someone just having one cookie, and I was like, what? How did she just have one cookie? And it's sort of like this light bulb went off in my head, and I thought, if she can do it, I can do that. Like, why is this so hard for me? And I started just researching and realizing that I was restricting myself and started to make changes. And you know what? I can have one cookie today. And you know what? I don't even care to have the cookie today. I'd rather have dark chocolate. But, you know, cookies are in my life. I have a young child. But it's not this thing that takes power over me or control over me, because I've gone in and looked at why I was restricting and learning to trust my body and open up to nourishing myself. So it is so possible. So I just wanted to share that in this video, that it's so possible when you go and you actually look at what's beneath the surface, and not just trying to push yourself into a diet or a rigid box, and start going into what's your beliefs underneath, that it really does help you make a shift and change the way that you're eating and living and feeling in your body. So if this resonates with you, I'd love for you to get in touch, and you can book a complimentary call, and we can see how we can help you get out of this crazy controlling pattern of dieting and getting you back to just feeling good around food and in your body. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon.